I want you to take a good look at the picture that is sitting right in front of you on your computer screen right now. That is a picture that was taken by yours truly. I was at WrestleMania 24 live from Orlando, the Citrus Bowl. Without a doubt, the best WrestleMania in the last 5 years. No question about it. It's every wrestling fan's dream, in my opinion, to want to go to WrestleMania. Hell, it's a lot of people's dreams just to be able to go to a wrestling event, period. Doesn't matter if it's a WrestleMania or a pay-per-view or a live Raw or anything like that. They just want to have their ass in a seat in attendance at a wrestling show. Now take a look at that picture and look and see if you can find the problem with it. It shouldn't take you long because it hits you right smack dab in your face. That's right, you see that big monstrosity sitting in front of the wrestling ring? That is a leg that is attached to the awning that is sitting above the ring. You see, WrestleMania 24 was at the Citrus Bowl, which doesn't have a roof on it. So WrestleMania that year was subjected to all the elements that Mother Nature could throw at it. There was a bit of rain, a misting, if you will. But other than that, it was not needed at all. You know, I was looking through my pictures, I saw this, and it brought an idea to my head. Reasons why going to live wrestling shows or house shows or anything of that nature is a bad thing. That's right. Reasons why I do not like going to live shows. You can see it plain as day right there. I was at WrestleMania, the greatest event of the year. And sure, I had a good time, don't get me wrong. But I tell you what, my perspective was greatly hindered with that leg sitting in front of the ring like it was. So I thought of some ideas of why I do not like going to live shows, and we're going to talk about them right now. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you want to give me your reasons why you like or dislike going to live shows, please feel free to give those opinions and thoughts in the comments below. But let's get to it. Number one, and these are in no particular order, so let's get to it. Number one, cost. Cost is a big thing. You got to buy the ticket, which gets you inside the door, but you also got to buy the gas that gets you there. You got the wear and tear on your car, and then you might want to get yourself a drink or something to eat while you're there. And then of course, everywhere you turn there's a merchandise booth set up, and you are definitely tempted to buying a t-shirt. And when the t-shirts are 25 to 30 bucks a pop, the costs can rise quickly. So cost is a big reason why I do not like going to live shows. Sure, you can just buy a ticket and you don't have to buy drinks or food or anything like that, but you still got to get there. You still got to pay that gas, and you still got the wear and tear on your car. So number one is cost, no doubt about it. Now number two, number three, and number four, they all kind of go hand in hand, but they're still all different. Number two is seats. Jim Ross wants an ass every 18 inches at a live show. He wants a sold out crowd. And who can blame him? You want to sell out those seats so you can make that money. Of course. But this brings up a very interesting story. I was at Raw a couple years ago. I get to my seat, and what do I have sitting next to me? I have a very large, morbidly obese man sitting in the seat right next to mine. Now, I'm not a hater. I don't frown upon people who are challenged, I guess, with weight. People who like to eat a lot. Hey, more power to you. If you want to shove 5 hot dogs in your mouth at once, I have no problem with that. However, When the man has to get up in order for me to sit down, that's pretty bad. This guy had to get up just so I could get my seat pulled down so I can put my little ass inside that seat. Okay, when you have an 18-inch seat and you have a 36-inch ass trying to squeeze itself into that 18-inch seat, that's nothing but a recipe for disaster. I'm telling you straight up. You have all kinds of fat spilling over the seat and the arm rails. I'm telling you, it was a grotesque looking sight. So seats are a huge thing with me. They are another reason why I do not want to go to live shows. No doubt about it. Now, number 3, which brings me back to the picture that you can see on this video, perspective. When you're at a show, you get one perspective. Okay? You don't get all the cool camera angles that you would get if you were sitting at home watching it on TV. And if you're like me, you have a big piece of leg right in front of the ring, and you sure as hell can't get up and go to another seat. That sure as hell won't happen. So your perspective is greatly hindered as well, and it can definitely make or break your night. I'm not saying that it ruined my night at WrestleMania. I still had a good time, but I'm telling you this right now, I would have much rather have not had that awning in my way. No doubt about it. Okay. Next. Now, listen to me. I'm not a bad guy. Please don't look at me as that. But the people that bring signs to the events, some of those people can just be annoying. Now, I'm a big fan of signs. I love reading the signs every Monday night on Raw and every Friday night on SmackDown and every Thursday night on Impact. I love reading the signs because there are some great signs out there. However, when you're sitting in attendance at one of those shows and you have some jackasses sitting in front of you holding their signs up the whole show, it can really make for an unpleasant night. I've been there before. I've had people sitting in front of me with their signs, and I tell you what, I understand why they're holding them. They want that 5 seconds of fame. They want to be seen on live TV. They are hoping that the WWE cameras can pick up their signs, so that way when they go home and rewatch it on their DVR, they can see themselves. They can actually show their friends that I was there. But guess what, guys? Those cameras, the WWE cameras, are not on you 24/7, so put your fucking sign down and let the people that are sitting behind you see what's going on inside that ring. Because you're really annoying the piss out of me right now with your stupid ass sign. Next. I don't know about you guys, but when I watch wrestling, sometimes nature calls. That's right. Sometimes I gotta go to the bathroom, and when you're at a show, you can't just sit there with your remote and pause it because you're there. It's going to continue to go. So what do? You try to wait for that moment, that beer match, where you can quickly go to the bathroom and get back in time for the next segment. But it doesn't go that easy whatsoever, now does it? Come on, anybody that's been to an arena, anybody that's been to a sporting event knows that the lines to the bathroom are always a mile long. So you got this great plan in your mind. Yeah, I'm going to wait for this beer match. I'm going to race to the bathroom. I'm going to be back in time to see the next segment. So as soon as that squash match comes on, you race to the bathroom, and what do? You stand and wait in line. Quickly, after being there only a few moments, the match is over. You're still in line. You haven't got to the urinal yet. And by the time you're back, they're on to the next match or they're on the next segment, and you missed out on everything. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to be that guy that misses out on that big event, that big moment. You know, when I get on Facebook or YouTube, I got all those posts saying, "Hey, Gold Dizzy, I know you were at the show last night. Did you catch that awesome moment?" Yeah, here's my response to that. Sorry, man, I missed it. I had my penis in my hands and I was, trying to go to the bathroom. Yeah, I don't want to be that guy. You know what I mean? I just want to have that luxury of being at home with my DVR and my remote in hand, and when I have to go to the bathroom, I can just hit that pause button. I can get up and go to the kitchen. I can get up and go to the bathroom, the refrigerator, the cupboard. I can get whatever snacks and drinks I need. I can come back and hit play and be back on my merry way in pro wrestling land. So there you have it. The bathroom is a big hindrance when I go to a live show. Next, this is probably the biggest reason, without a doubt, commentating. Let's face it, you go to a Raw or SmackDown or an Impact, you can't hear the commentating, and that takes a lot of the awesomeness away from wrestling, because without the commentating, all you have are people wrestling. And that kind of, well, unless it's a really good match, it kind of makes for a bland night. So, yeah, you can get that wrestling radio, that WWE radio that they sell where you can hear the commentating while you're at the live show, but that all goes back to cost. Mo money, mo money, mo money. Okay, last but certainly not least, this is probably without a doubt the worst of them all, okay? The wait after the show. You know, when the credits roll and the lights go down and everyone has to leave, they sure as hell can't stay in the arena all night, so what does everybody do? They all go to the parking lot. That's right, you got thousands of people trying to leave an arena at the same time, and I don't know what happens to people. It seems as if they leave their brains at home when they come to these events, and well, all common courtesy is thrown out the window. Here I am sitting in my car. I got my car in reverse. It's dark, so you know you can see my reverse lights. But here I am, 45 minutes later, I'm still in my parking spot, and I still have to make it out of the parking lot and onto the freeway. Here it is 2 hours later, finally home, and pissed out of my mind because I just spent 2 hours in traffic and in a parking lot. So yeah, there you go right there. Trying to leave an arena after any kind of event is always a clusterfuck. It's always just a fucking disaster. So there you have it right there. These are the reasons why I do not like going to house shows or live shows or whatever you want to call them. Pay-per-views, Monday Night Raw, SmackDowns, Impacts, ROH shows. I would just rather sit at home, the comfort of my own couch, my HD TV, my DVR, my remote in hand, my tasty beverage at my side with my bowl of popcorn or whatever the hell it is I want to munch on, and I would rather just watch it at my convenience. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, everyone should experience a show at least once in their life, but trust me, going to live shows isn't always what it's cracked up to be. So, if you feel like it, you can leave me your reasons why you like or dislike going to house shows as well. And, let me hear your thoughts and your opinions in the comments below. This is Gold Izzy. Peace out, guys.